Welcome back to Bill's Retro Stuff. And today we are going to finally see if this Tandy will boot up. Brought in a monitor and I brought a keyboard, which is a Tandy keyboard. Now I don't know if the keyboard works or not. Hopefully it does. I have never tested that either. It didn't come with the machine, didn't come with the mouse or that. And hopefully we don't need any software, but right now we'll take a gander and let's see if this thing powers up. So the first thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and let's plug in my power cord. Okay, power cord. And we need the monitor cable, of course. Let's take a standard VGA. A little trick here, or a little funny thing about it, if you look at the thing here, there's a pin missing, or there's a, not a pin missing, but they've got a pin filled in. And so I had to go scrounge up a cable that had, let's see if we can do this here. It doesn't like not having much light to see it, so you notice there's a pin missing. So I had to go find a cable, which is one of my older cables, but luckily we had one. So if you ever find one of these, that's something you might want to look for. Make sure you have one of those. So we'll go ahead right now, I'll go ahead and screw that on in. I'm not going to put a mouse on here yet because I'm not sure what we're going to do with it yet, or how things are going to work. So let's find out. Let's plug in our keyboard. And we're going to plug that in. And hopefully that works. Let's see which way it got to go. Okay, it's tight. It's machine. Okay, and as it looks right now, we've got everything powered up here. So let's or everything plugged in. So let's go ahead and turn the monitor on. And let's see the magic here. Let's see, can you, okay, so, alright, so we'll see if you can see the thing. So here we go. We'll power it on. Keyboard lights flash, that's good. That's a good sign there. And it looks like it's booting. Let me get this on up here a little bit so you can see it. Alrighty. And let me get around here a little bit. Let me get myself. Now we've got a F. So let's see if F1 works. See, strike F1 or F2 to run setup utility. So let's go F2. All right, real-time clock chip has lost power. That's fine. That's a good sign. So let's let me stay out of the frame here a little bit. Hopefully I don't get my fat head in there. But hopefully we don't. So all right. So incorrect. Time or date is invalid. So let's press any key. See what we got. Well, I pushed any key. There we go. Alright, so let's see what we got on the date here. So we do understand now. Let's see. So the date is, this is February 24th, so it's 02. Oop, I guess I have to go. Alright. 02. Oh, that's interesting. 02. Date, month, and year. 24. Let's see, and this is 20. 18. Okay, and we'll go down here to the time, and the time right now is, I'm assuming it's in military, so it is at my time. It's 14:41. All right, sorry about that, hitting that lens. 14. 14. So 42 and 0 seconds. All right. Now it's been a while since I've been in this, so you're going to have to kind of forgive me on how to do this. So I've never actually been obviously it found the floppy drive, so that's a good sign there. Mouse enabled, setup ROM enabled, all the COM ports. So let's see here. It says C is none. All right, that's space. Wow, that's odd that we'll just leave it at 60 hertz. How's that? So I'm assuming 3 is the 1024 by 768. I'm assuming. So we'll try that. Mouse is enabled. Bi-directional. We're not going to mess with any of that right now. But the disk drives. Alright. Okay, now this is where it gets a little tricky, and this is where we'll have to shut it off and actually get, that's on auto. Let's see if we can go to auto. Alright, let's see what happens there. It used to be in the old days you had to go in and you had to write the cylinders, the heads and all that stuff. So we may have to stop and take that, fold this section over and get it. So we'll go ahead and do the auto, and let's see what happens with the auto. If it does not, then we will have to, well, it's not letting me F2 save and exit, which is telling me either my F keys don't work on this, I'm not really getting any spacebar works. Arrows move, F2, but I'm not getting, F2 is not telling me anything. So I am going to have to go in and get another keyboard, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, I went into the other room and see if I can find another keyboard here. So I pulled my IBM one. This Tandy one obviously has a problem, so that's another video. We will take it apart and we'll figure out how that works. But let's go ahead and see if my IBM one works here on a Tandy. Okay, see, so the Tandy one does not work. So F2 and I saved the next one. Let's see what it comes up with. So we're going to do the RAM count. Invalid configuration. Please run setup utility. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to, yeah, it looks like we'll have to, either the drive went bad or we'll have to see what we got going on here. So let's go down here in case that's, let's just go 01 46. Okay, F2. Also notice that there is no jumper on the hard drive. We may have to put a master jumper on the hard drive, so we will take a look there. But so far it boots up, so that's a good sign. At least so far it's a good sign. Invalid configuration. Okay. Okay, let's go F2. It doesn't tell you. It's funny. Incorrect configuration information. I don't understand what that's all about. So let's go down. Spacebar. Let's go back to 0. Let's see if that is what was doing it. So go F2. And save it. It's a shame that the battery was dead, or we would have known exactly what the settings were. If we've got the same problem, then what we'll do is we'll have to. Alright. So what we're going to do at this point, we're going to shut her down, and we're going to go ahead and shut it down. And then let's go ahead and zoom out here a little bit. Okay, yep, wrong way. And let's go ahead and let's pull the beast out here. And let's look here at the hard drive. So what we're going to do at this point, I'm going to take the hard drive out so I can actually physically work on it. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. see if we can do that. The hard drive. We're going to take the hard drive out. I'm going to lay the hard drive out so I can get to it, so I can actually see what we got going on. Alright. And we're going to put this in. Now, it doesn't mean that the hard drive is dead, so I'm just going to lay this kind of loosely in here for right this point in time. So, what I want to do in here, I'm going to go ahead and go down in there. Let's see if I can find me a jumper. All I need is just a jumper. I've got a jumper here. First thing I'm going to check to see if, since they pulled the jumper out, and I know we're correct because pin 1's on that side. So we're going to put this, if you look, there's a cable select, slave, and master. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to jumper it to being the master drive. And let's see what happens now. Let's power it up and let's see. Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens there. It's been a long time since I've messed with a 486 machine. Very long time. Okay, let's see what it's got now. Okay. Still nothing. So what we're going to do here now is I've got the drive. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to push space bar, and we're going to, I'm going to lay a piece of paper. So actually I'd rather have an anti-static bag, but I don't think I have. So I have it picked up like that. But. So I'm going to lay this over, so I don't want anything to touch any metal. And I want to flip this around. And I want to find the information on the drive. And according to this, the information on the drive is there is a 989 cylinders, 12 heads, 35 SPT with sectors per track. So what I always like to do here, I always like to write this down. And we will write it down. Let's go ahead and write that down here. So, and then we'll look in our menu and see if there is anything on that. So here is 980 cylinders, 989, 12 heads, 35 sectors per track, and it's a 212 megabyte hard drive. Alright, so let's see what they got down here on the list. Oops. I'm thinking, I don't see, alright, so we're looking for, there's a 12 head with too many sectors, so let's look down, keep looking until we can find 989. See if there's anything in here. I don't see any 989. So you can see where the megabytes is. I don't see any 212s. There's no 212. So let's go down any non-standard hard drive. Let's see if we can do that. Alright, this is where we'll put our heads in. So it's 989. Oop. Oh, heads, sorry about that. Heads is 12. Cylinders is 989. Let's see. Pre-comp, I don't know. Let's just go down to sectors per track because I don't have any of that information. Head landing zone, I don't know. And it's 35. 35 sectors per track, 35. Okay, escape to return to selection or enter to complete one entry. Okay, so escape. Alright. And escape to return to the main menu. Oop, that's odd, isn't it? Let's go back in there again. See if it. Entry complete. Entry complete. Cylinder number or. Let's just go in. Alright, let's escape to return to screen selection. Okay, so escape. Press enter to update and return to main screen. There it is. Alright, let's see what it does now. Let's see if that takes care of it. So let's alright, so let's see, we need an F2 and save. Let's see if it does it now. Still got the same problem. Oh. Hold on, we've got something. Somehow we're not getting what we need. So it basically locked up. No, it didn't lock up, but the BIOS is froze out. So we'll go ahead and shut it down. I'm going to take the jumper back out. And let's try it again. At this point, I will have to do some research after this to see if I can figure out what's going on with it. Be nice to know exactly what the error is. And I'm assuming it has still to do with the hard drive. So let's go back in here. Alright, come on. I'm having a hard time with this here. Page up to next line. Enter to update. Okay. No. Alright. Space bar again. Escape to exit without updating. Previous line, next line. Alright, let's go back in here. Let's do the cylinders again. Alright, number of heads, 12. Cylinders 989. 989, apparently that's... No. Now it's 0. 989. 35. And escape. I don't know why it went 0. It should have been 989. let's try this again. Yes, I'm... Well, that was 12 heads. Didn't save it, so we'll go back in and do it again. Oh, okay, never mind. I think we got it. Look at that. Got 95 on instead of 311. Somebody spent some time and some money to put 95. So apparently I have the right settings in it this time. Let's see what she does. The hard drive works, ladies and gentlemen. And looking good. Let's see what she does. One thing is, I don't have anything to exit Windows. Did not detect a mouse, but that's alright. We can put a mouse in. I do have a mouse here. It's one of my thrift store mice. I wanted to do a video on that type of stuff, but then I kept thinking that was just too corny. So let's go ahead and plug a mouse in. Now I don't know if this one will figure it up or not, but we'll find out. No, it didn't find a mouse. But, ladies and gentlemen, 95 is loading up. So this computer does work. I may put this back to Windows 3.11, which is what it came with originally. This came out way before 95, or Windows 3.1. But the problem is, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've ran a computer without a Windows keyboard, so I'm trying to figure out. I know tab, close. I guess I didn't figure it. Alright, we're going to shut her down. And we're going to shut down the computer. Now I want to load it back up, make sure everything loads good. We'll put everything back together. We'll close it up for right now. And, alright. In the old days they did not turn themselves off, so we're going to load it back up one more time, see how she works, and then we'll close her up. So, ladies and gentlemen, apparently she works. I don't know what the invalid information is. Okay, so somehow we just got lucky, but we do know the hard drive does work. Alright, let's try this again. 989. It's working, but sorry about that. 12 heads. 989. 0. 989. 35. I'll do escape. Press enter to update. And then we're going to. There's something else not quite configured right, but we'll deal with that. But right now we're working, and that just happens to do with other things. I'm still waiting on some stuff to come in for this machine. I do have a processor. We will do that. Upgrade it. I didn't want to escape it. That's okay. We'll let go ahead and do its thing, and we'll tinker with the BIOS later. But as it sits right now, the machine works. Our next, we'll go ahead and put everything back together. We'll put all the covers on, and we'll call that project done for right now until we get the other stuff I'm waiting on. I want to upgrade the memory. I think we're going to put 64 megabyte in it. I think it only has 12 as it looks now, but although the memory does work, which is kind of ironic. So once we get this done, we'll shut it down, we'll put the hard drive back in it, put the cover all back on it, and that'll be it for right now. And then we'll revisit it later on. Everything seems to be working. It's been a while since I've ever done any of this setting. Let's see the control panel. And system. And there you go. 486, 13 meg in memory, so it's got 12. And device manager. And everything's there. Let's look at the disk drives. Generic ID disk drive, that's funny. Display adapter, Cirrus Logic. I have really considered now, kind of looking at it now, so everything, there's all the information on it. So that seems to be good. So let's go ahead and exit out of here. We'll go ahead and shut it down. And over here. And now we'll, like I said, okay, everything's good. I'll go ahead and we'll just turn the power off, turn that off. Let's go ahead and unplug our mouse and our keyboard. And monitor. Okay, there's the keyboard. We'll put the keyboard. Okay, so that the Tandy keyboard does not work, we will have to fix that. But as you can tell, it's working. Come on. Okay, unplug the power. I'm going to go ahead and pull the bay back up. See if I can get it. So I'll put the hard drive back in, like it belongs. Okay. And the hard drive will go in. And we'll put the screws back in her. I think I have another 200 megabyte hard drive, and we may take this drive out, leave it intact because it's got the drivers for, obviously, for whatever I have in here, which I'm assuming is probably default drivers because of the age of the machine. So we did fix the power supply. She seems to be running good. Don't see I have any issues when things are running. That was my fear. If it wasn't right, then we would have other issues if the power supply wasn't putting out enough power. And it seems like it is. So we're going to leave the power supply alone. I do have a bigger power supply, and I may put the bigger power supply in, but we'll see. We're not there yet. Yeah, that's a bad thing about this type of computers. They no wire management, no cable management in it. They're not sitting right. Oh, that's why. There we go. Perfect. Alright. She's all clean. Everything's back in. And what we're going to do now, we'll put the covers back on. And put we got two covers. We got that one. And we've got this one. In a future video, probably when I get all my parts in for it. It's funny, I had a bunch of parts for these older machines, and a lot of it I just got rid of over time, and now we're tinkering with this stuff and make sure everything is sitting right. Everything's holding me up. Everything's good. I want to see if there's any pressure on anything. Everything's good. Everything looks real good. Real good. Slide this. Yep, wrong way. Right. Gotta think about it a little bit, huh? Okay. This will go in. Now we go forward. We'll slide our cover back on. Put our screws back on. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, is my Tandy. Oop. And she works. We haven't tested everything out completely, but she powers on. And later on, when I get all my parts in, it won't be my next project. My next project's something else. I'm thinking about maybe tinkering with some power supplies, showing you how to repair some of those. But as far as I'm concerned, this computer is ready to be upgraded, and I'll wrestle with put Windows 3.11 or 3.11 or or I'll leave 95. We'll see. I'll have to see who the registered. I don't have a registered copy of 95. I don't like really running these without having a registered or a copy that belongs to me. But we'll see about that a little bit. As it sits, it works. And like I said, the next time we'll dive into this, we'll upgrade it with more memory and more video memory and more and a bigger CPU. As always, thanks for watching.